Doc and Queenie Facebook Live. Hey there, Queenie. How are you today?
When it's Monday, it is my happiest day. And I mean that. I seriously do. I wake up on a Monday and it's like, oh, hallelujah. And I
It
can't wait
is.
the week
That is
brings.
true.
Yeah. And you know that for sure, don't you?
Yes, I do.
How are you today? With all your little
I
snowflakes in your Christmas village, what's up with that?
I'm just trying to find something a little happy that's not Christmassy now that we're in January.
Yeah.
So this is a new filter that I found on Zoom, which
Nice.
we were talking about that piece. It's based off the app. So and then that picture behind me is from everybody that knows me, my favorite coffee establishment. I was
Ah,
sitting in line and I thought, oh, that would make a great picture. And actually, that's through the windshield of my car. So I'm glad the windshield of my car was clean.
it's the little things that mean a lot, I think is really the deal. It is a very cool picture. My gosh.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
And
So,
speaking of Christmas decorations, Sandy Archer, one of our faithful friends on purpose, Doc and Queenie community, was posting yesterday. I'm going to take down my Christmas stuff today. And then she went, nope, I can't do it. I need to make Christmas last one more week. And I understand that because I'm kind of a leave the tree up the whole year kind of person, but I don't do that actually. But I really have thought about that, the Christmas spirit and all of those things. It really does matter. You take the tree down. In my case, the house looks so big and echoey.
yep,
So, hello, 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 like that. And because with all the Christmas stuff up, Chevy Chase and I compete for ornaments.
that's what I heard. Yes,
Yeah.
but of course we had to take our trees down because we did that little contest of how many, guess the ornaments. And once again, oil and water proves itself over and over. You had like two or three times more ornaments.
Well, it's not a competition that way, but
No.
we were able to launch our Bible trivia last Thursday, which was super awesome. And we're so thrilled with the ladies who were able to join us. And that's when we did our big drum roll announcement, Doc. Who was
Yes, we did.
your guess?
My gal was her name is Joyce Allard, and
Yes,
she guessed right on the money that I had 73 ornaments on my tree,
that is
and
awesome.
and then I threw in, I counted the number of lights, so I had 300 lights.
Nice.
And then who was your winner, Queenie?
Well, actually, on my tree, and counting was actually funny because I guess I take down and don't even think about it. But this time I had to kind of do it methodically, which was kind of a trip. But I have 359 ornaments on my tree, which, as you, since you know me, then I either needed to break one or go get a new one because I need even numbers. So that was kind of killing me. But I have 359 ornaments on my tree, and the one and only Grace Strawn guessed 356. So she was the winner of mine, and I decided if I'm counting ornaments, why don't I count lights? And so I did that, and it was 850. So yeah, so then I was challenged to count my outside lights because I finished those yesterday, and I
Mhm.
still can't even grip that in my head because I literally think 5, 7, 14. This is like majorly in the thousands, and I'm not kidding. Like I'm thinking it has to be, well, I can't even actually guesstimate at this point, but it really is a lot because I've got several trees that I do up high and all that stuff. And I know kind of like with our tree lighting ceremony, we've done a lot of things this December, Doc.
We've had fun. I mean, it's been fun. It's like how can you be creative and be funny and you know
Yeah, but I can't even imagine because, like I say, I feel like my Evergy bill is going every time I turn those things on. And I just took that everything down literally yesterday as far as the outside stuff. So, oh my,
Yep, I pulled my spotlight out of the ground.
oh, it sounds like a lot of work. Are you okay?
It was rough because it was muddy. Yeah. So
Ah,
I had to
well,
clean it. I
yes.
had to clean it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
traumatic.
Speaking of, isn't this fun that a lot of times on Mondays we are literally snuggled up under blankets and sweatshirts and all those things? This week's going to be absolutely beautiful in Kansas City. And
Yes.
even though it started out 16 this morning, because I was on that, I was like, okay, come on. But it's
Wasn't it
30.
45 tomorrow?
Yeah. And so I thought this is going to be fun. And I am grateful because, as you have said before, every single day is one step closer to spring.
Yes.
Gardening certainly yet, are you? Like outside?
No, I'm actually this week hit my plan. I was trying to do it last week, but I've been working on my basement. But this week I have to order my seeds. So, and then I start planting my garden, so I'm excited.
Wow. And I will say, I feel that this time has gone so fast because we started Doc and Queenie actually on August 3rd. And we would certainly like to thank everyone who is following along with us and participating in all of our events. That has been so awesome. And we thank you for that. And then look speed wise, how fast everything has gone from August 3rd to then in September, we started our bingo parties, and then we started our guest lives, and now we started our Bible trivia. It is phenomenal, the momentum of this group. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Yes, and likewise, it's been fun meeting new people, and of course, as everybody knows, we're having fun doing this. So
Yeah.
it's been fun to try to come up with something new and different.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
so,
And I wanted to personally thank everybody for all the birthday shout outs. Oh my gosh, that was just like so much fun. And Karen made such a cool banner picture on the Doc and Queenie page. And I got birthday cards in the actual snail mail and birthday wishes on live platforms. And it was just a blast. And yes, I love this tiara. And yes, I actually have this tiara. And so, yes, I think I will just wear this tiara for the entire month of January. What do you think, Doc?
well, to each his own. And I was going to confess because yeah, I was going to tell everybody a little story, and I don't remember if I did it last week, but for your birthday, like, you're a very humble person, no big deal. And so I posted on the group, and then I'm like, I better contact her just to see if it's okay. Of course, it's easier to apologize after you do it. And then everybody started posting, and so you handled it very well. I apologize.
Oh, right. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
The good news is Debbie Retzler was actually our guest live, and she and I are the same age again.
27. Wow.
27 forever. She is actually the one who taught me to count correctly. And so I thought I would give her a shout out for that because I've decided. And of course, when my grandkids say, Gigi, how is that possible since mom or dad or what your parents are talking about is actually older than that? So if you want to mess up your grandkids, just tell them that you're 27. It'll actually help. I did want to thank all of the people who participated, honestly, in the Bible trivia, because I wrote the names down because this was so fun. Leanne Nixon was with us, and Tracy Williams and Michelle Cruz and Debbie Miller and Terry Ann Porter and several of the people who chimed in later, like on the replay.
Yes.
So other people have already expressed interest as far as, oh my gosh, can we get on? Can we do this? And Lord willing, as far as technology pieces, we'll be able to actually have people join us on Bible trivia. And I think that'll be a blast too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a fun time. It's, like we keep saying, it's you don't have to be a scholar.
No.
And it's just fun. There were some questions that, because you're using an app, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That brings up questions. There were some questions that all of us missed, which was funny. And it was how many people were at the David and Goliath thing. And we all missed it. We forgot about the shield bearer, So stuff like that. You learn little stuff about the Bible that you didn't know. Like, you don't pay attention, or I should speak for myself. I probably was reading quickly, because common story.
Yeah, but that's what I love about it. When I was on another platform, actually, with the Bible trivia piece, well, I'll take a look at this and see if I get anywhere close. She would read off 10 questions, and all of a sudden I'd get 8 right. And I'm like, what is this about? Like, I did not think my numbers would be that high. And that's when I thought, wow, maybe we could get it with the Doc and Queenie group. The other thing that was fun is one of the answers was Noah. And we got to give a shout out to Tana with I Know a Guy. Her business is I Know a Guy. And so Noah's Ark, that whole drill. And I thought, all of these things, it sparks, a word picture kind of thing. And that's where I think it is so cool how we build community around here.
Yep. So, and wasn't that question about Noah? It was a funky question too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Who's a broadcaster? And I'm trying to remember the third descriptive, and you're like, broadcaster. Huh. Well, yeah. It rained.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about it.
A lot of fun.
the ark would not have gone far if the rain hadn't happened, apparently, right?
Well, they say you can float in less than 9 inches of water. I'm trying to remember where you don't drive through the puddle thing.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say you can float at, maybe somebody who's watching this that knows that 6 inches, or it might be even less. So who knows? But still, yeah, I think the Ark is a little bit bigger than my car. What do you think?
And they, I think just a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I think just a little bit. And that really was something to think about too, because the questions that came up, they weren't related. Like it wasn't by chapter, verse, that kind of thing. And some people have mentioned that they want to be able to read the whole Bible in a year. So that is their, I don't call it a resolution, but I call it a revelation actually. So my New Year's revelation would be to get more skilled in whatever the topic is. And a lot of people want to do the Bible cover to cover in a year. And there's a lot of different ways to get that accomplished. So the Bible trivia piece just kind of rolled. I think it was super fun.
Definitely, definitely.
And thank you to all of our friends who joined in. This is one, I just wanted to share this with everybody again. Doc actually gifted me a dynamic tumbler, which of course I have here. Can't see green screen, but there you go. And it is amazing to me how much I love it and how much coffee, Kangen water, I mean, that it holds. And it really is super fun. So thank you again for that. And the etching of Doc and Queenie is fun. And then certainly the purple is so fun. So what has your New Year looked like so far this year, Doc?
Well, I've been, as a lot of people know, I've been working in my basement, been doing a coffee bar.
Yep.
I don't have the pictures up yet. It's almost finished.
Yay.
Yeah, I've just been hanging from a ladder for a couple of weeks here. But yesterday I started putting the grout in on the backsplash, and I'm about halfway through. And so my most favorite part is coming up. I get to decorate it after we're all finished.
That's
and the coffee stuff all over the place. So I'm super excited.
That is going to be such a blast. One of the groups that we're in is called 100 Virtual Coffees. And that is obviously the theme. Everything is online, but everything is coffee. Please come to my Zoom room. What can I get you? That kind of stuff. And it's been so fun to meet people from all over the country and perhaps the world. And it's been so eclectic with the coffee theme. And I think you're going to have a blast with your coffee bar.
I do believe so too. So, but yeah, other than that, business wise, I'm working on a course on prevention, health and prevention, and working on my podcast. How about you, Queenie? What have you been doing? What have you been up to these past couple of weeks?
Well, actually, since you were talking about the prevention thing, that's obviously a big thing for me. I just got a call from a friend yesterday who has a health challenge, a new health challenge. And so you think about these things and the suffering that people are doing physically, like physical health challenges. And prevention is such a big deal for me. And we've talked about that before as far as proactive versus reactive. And you don't go to a chiropractor till you have a car crash, and you don't call the dentist until a tooth hurts, and you don't go to an MD doctor until some pain thing is happening.
Right.
Prevention is such a big thing for me because I'd rather not get in those conditions than worry about how to fix it once I do. So I love that you're doing that. Yours is going to be an e-course through your business, as in that'll be part of your operation as far as naturopathic therapy.
That'll be one piece. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to figure out which platforms, because it can actually go in several different, directions, like to the YouTube page, to the podcasting, small groups, so I'm just working on that. And like you, prevention is big. Yes, we're all aging, but it's nice to
Well, I'm not.
a bit, except for you. You're going backwards. Wait, backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Not to the side.
Yeah, seriously. But that is such a big deal. I mean, obviously nobody wants to age, but if you do it gracefully and or energetically, I don't think it's quite as tragic as people have made it sound in the past.
And what I run into with people a lot in my business is everybody thinks they have to give up everything, food wise or whatever wise. And it's just, it's tweaking your lifestyle. If you're 80-20, 90-10, healthy on track, then you can have the things you enjoy. on the outside of that. But yeah, there's just it's the mind, soul, or soul, body, spirit approach on preventing disease and illness. So
Well, one of my favorite podcasts of yours, and I mean this with all my heart, was when you were talking about the D word. And it's not diet. Everybody says you get on a diet and you can't this and you can't that and you can't something. And we have certainly seen in our world that people don't like to be told they can't this and they can't that and they can't something else.
right.
And if it's a lifestyle choice and a lifestyle change, and in your case, certainly lifestyle education, it just all kind of comes full circle, and you don't have to worry about the dreaded D word. I can't have this anymore. I can't have that the rest of my life. And it really, the way you teach is not like that.
No, I'm not your typical, obviously. But yeah, no, diets do work. You do lose weight. It's a $20 billion business. And people gain the weight back 6 to 12 months after you've been on the diet. So something is amiss. There's a part that's missing there. And that's, I'm different. And of course, like you said, the diet piece, I don't use the word diet. I use the word lifestyle. So yeah. So, and that's the Mighty Morning Moment that you were talking about, the podcast.
Yes.
That you'd like to, I would love for more listeners. So, check it out. It's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iPodcasts. I'm trying to think. There's 10 to 15 of them. Anchor is another. There's a whole huge platform. So, how about you, Queenie? How's your YouTube going? Where are you at in your numbers as far as?
Well, I wanted to share this also. These are some of the cards I got not only for birthday, but Grace obviously sent out right here, New Year's cards, which is super fun. And this piece right here is the communication platform. Megan Mars sent out a New Year's card. Dana Ward sent out New Year's card. These are the New Year's piece is such a big deal. And so when people are thinking in terms of New Year, and a lot of times people do the resolution, revelation, that whole thing. But the first thing they think about is I'm going to make more money, lose more weight, all these things. And sometimes in my experience, you set yourself up for failure because your goals are grandiose. And the way that you break everything down for us is one step at a time, one change at a time. It's not like all of a sudden you wake up and, well, you have mentioned before that you did water, chicken, lettuce, actually.
Yeah, when I was sick for 2 years. Yeah, I was on an elimination
health
diet.
challenge.
Yep.
And when you were doing things like that, a lot of people hear that and go, oh my gosh, I could never. Well, that was your decision. And so for a lot of us, it's our decision to do whatever we're going to do. And those are the kind of things I think about. And of course, you can see the themes on some of these cards, but it really is amazing that most of what we do, everything's a choice.
Right.
Every single thing that we do, waking up is a choice from a standpoint of, you're going to wake up happy. How are you today? Oh, the sky is falling. Or are you going to wake up like, hallelujah, I'm breathing, I'm walking at the same time sometimes. And so you think about all these different things and it's like, thank you, God, this is so cool. And it really is a wonderful way to, I guess, express gratitude and certainly see the joy in people's lives also. And I know that you've met a lot of people because of your podcast. What are you up to, by the way? Are you 75?
I'm up to 75 podcasts. And actually, the last time I checked, I was pushing 930 listens.
Oh my gosh.
1,000. And then I will look into getting some sponsors. So for the podcast. So, but it's been fun. I've only been doing this since when? You know the date since
Yes,
when?
I do. Exactly. Your first podcast was March 24th, 2020. So yes.
Oh, I take it back. I've hit 1,000. So
Have you?
yes, I just happened to look.
That is so awesome.
So I'm shooting for 1,500, you guys.
Yeah. Do I hear 2,000? Go.
I hear 2,000. So I guess I'm going to be looking for some sponsors.
That is awesome. And that seriously is because back when you started in March 24th, did you first of all think that that was going to have the trajectory that it does and other people listening and people finding you from all different places? Because my friend, you're very modest, but you are international with your reach.
Yeah, I am. It's been fun to watch that too. I'm all over the place. But no, this was a like I had said, we've talked about, I'm on vacation when all of this virus stuff started, and I wanted to try some new things, and the podcast was one of them. And I've been told how different it is from the time I started till now. Now it's just it's 3 to 5 minutes. It's just fun. So and thank you everyone. I hit 1,000. I hadn't checked this morning. I was going to check.
I'm glad you did.
So it's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm super glad that you did. One of the things I had actually written down here because I wanted to share most of the things that I share on this call is I have learned the hard way. Doc is strategic in her learning and listening, and I am kind of a learn the hard way person. And ask and you shall receive is a biggie for me. And I have experimented with that. And I'm just telling you guys, it works. This 100 that you see behind me is my goal to get 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And before you say, do we have to hear about this again? Hang on a second, because I have something to tell you. I have tested when I'm on a call and I'm on a group that maybe it's not local or people I haven't seen in a while. And all of a sudden they say, what are you looking for this week? Or what's a good referral for you, or any of those networking questions. And I always say my business is self-sustaining now, which is awesome, self-perpetuating, which is great. And so I appreciate that piece. But what I would love is for my YouTube channel to reach 100 subscribers so I can claim my URL. And as soon as they figure out what that is, which I didn't know either, they say, oh my gosh, I'll do that. So once I've been on a call, I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new subscribers at that time. So ask and you shall receive. And what I mean by that is sometimes in our businesses, our personal lives, even social media, think about this, Doc. Could you please introduce me to Susie or Billy or Joey or whoever that is? And you say, sure. And then now you've got a new connection on your social media platforms. And that person turns out to be a resource for whatever you're into. And it's the same thing with the ask and you shall receive deal. If you just put it out there, what you're wanting, and you reach someone, call Dr. Laura, call me, whatever that looks like, and say, how do I this or where do I something? If we have the resources for you as far as finding the person that is strategically able to get you there, that's all you have to do. And just like you mentioned with the reach of the Doc and Queenie community, oh my gosh. And I am literally, I checked this morning, I'm 88, I'm 12 away from this goal. And once I can claim my URL, then I can post my location of my YouTube channel without all those numbers, something dash this.
Okay.
Makes my head explode, by the way. And so it's just
You
one.
don't have that memorized?
Yeah.
You don't have that memorized?
Yeah, don't think I haven't tried. And then all of a sudden I go, oh my gosh, this isn't working. And so that's why I thought, how do I claim my own? And the Kathy Weaver KC thing, how do I get that done? And that's how. So I'm this close.
Yay, yay. Congratulations on that, Queenie.
Thank you. I've seriously been working super hard on that. Is it okay if I tell a secret today?
I'm afraid, but go ahead.
And we always say that, do not fear. I mean, seriously, I wanted to share because this is so fun. When we started Doc and Queenie Guest Live, we wanted to give everyone a chance, an opportunity to be able to share about their business, about their personal life, about their journey, whatever that looks like. Be able to give some of our faithful friends on purpose a chance to actually have the spotlight. And that really, when it came to us, it was like, are you kidding me? And so I wanted to share that tomorrow, Tuesday, at 11 o'clock Central Time, right here on the Doc and Queenie Facebook Live group page right here, is where we have a person that I bet many of us have not met yet before. And the reason I wanted to share that is we make our guest live spontaneous, kind of like Michelle's pop-up coffee club events. You never know when they're going to be, and they just pop up literally. And I love that piece because if the guest all of a sudden turns out to be unavailable, everybody would have been wanting that to happen and it couldn't. So we pretty much with your schedule, Doc, and certainly mine and that person's, we try and make that spontaneous. And it has worked out so great. But I am super excited to meet this lady tomorrow because you met her, I've never met her, and I really bet a lot of our listeners and supporters have not met her yet either.
No, she's a real sweetheart. Yeah, and I've done coffee with her, but
Ah,
she's new to the area,
nice.
and she's trying to get she's a single mom trying to get her business going, and we chit chatted about this, and she's excited about being on, so I'm excited for her. So
Oh my gosh. And like I say, we usually keep that piece a big surprise, but in this particular case, I didn't want anyone to miss the chance of getting to meet with her live, literally, because I think it's going to be a blast. And from
definitely,
everything that you've said, it sounds like she is just a doll and
she really is.
fun.
She
Mhm.
really is.
I
So
can't
cool.
wait. And that's why I wanted to share that piece. And I wanted to write this. Oh, yes. Guess what else?
What, Queenie? What else?
Don't be nervous.
Bingo.
Uh-huh. This is another thing that has been so fun. And you know what? When I have been on other calls, not related necessarily to Doc and Queenie or even Kansas City, they have said, "Are you the one that does that bingo game?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, we've only been doing it since September." And it's funny how the reach has gone. And I'm looking at this. One of our sponsors for January 19th is actually from Tennessee.
Cool.
Super excited to have everybody get to know Joni a little better.
Awesome.
We need a couple more sponsors too. And it's so fun. And Doc, I know that you are usually in charge of the music.
I'm trying. It's very difficult. I'm doing it off of my phone,
Oh,
so it's difficult to figure out. I'm not real tech savvy, so and then that actually makes it funny and fun.
the logistics are always a trip, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Anyone who is watching right now, everyone's welcome to come. And all you
yes,
need is one piece of paper and one writing utensil, and we take care of the rest. And then our sponsors get a minute or two to chat about their businesses and what their prize is for that particular game. And then whoever wins that game gets to connect with the sponsor, and then you get that prize. So it's just been a very fun way, especially when people say, "Oh my gosh, I've never met her before." It really is a wonderful way to build community. So if
and
anybody wants to be a sponsor, we could still use a couple more, and that's great. And hopefully, as I said, you'll get to meet Joni from Tennessee.
Tennessee, and that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Missy from Las Vegas was one of our sponsors last month, actually, and that was also a blast. So I really mean it. We're making the world smaller, Doc. What do you think about that?
We're trying. We're trying because it's all about connect and networking and friendship. Yep.
And it seriously is. And honestly, and look at this logo again. Karen Reyes did such a good job, and as you can see, we have manipulated and altered it a couple times. So that has worked out so great.
So
Yeah.
we haven't had a shout out to our mascots lately, and I'm trying to my
Oh, good
computer is
point.
slow, but we do have mascots for those people that are new. I don't
Is
know if you
this
can see
me?
them. There we
Yes.
go. There they are. There's Dave and
Yes.
Larry. Dave is your cat and Larry's mine, even though we don't own either of them. And
No, that is hysterical. I know.
they're down in Florida enjoying the warm weather. While it's let's see, what's the temperature here today, Queenie? It's only
I don't know
30.
what it is right now, but oh, don't make me feel cold. It's gonna get, or let's just say,
Yes.
they are beautiful cats. My goodness.
So
They really,
I'm a doggy person, but they when I go over to my girlfriend's house, they are all over me. So I guess I passed muster.
yeah, you must have. That's great, but they really are. They're beautiful. And what a perfect shot. Beverly took that, or you did?
Beverly did.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
I was pestering her for some shots, and she actually caught them at the same time.
And I mean perfect, like commercial category. This is awesome. And I know Grace has Sunny and Share, which
Yes.
is just a crack up because some of the calls we've been on with Grace, she's been able to show her kitties as they pass through the screen, which is
Yeah.
kind of fun. So, and Karen has her dog. So we've got people with a lot, and Michelle has kitties. I'm trying to think.
That could be a question for this week. Post a picture of your fur babies. We can
Yes.
we could do that if you have fur babies, and if you don't, I don't. If you have a
Steal it
fish,
from the internet.
steal it from the internet. Say this is what I would
I'm
love to
kidding.
have.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Look what you started.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, don't steal from the internet. But honestly, I think they seriously are beautiful. And it's fun to have mascots too. I mean, seriously, to think about the Doc and Queenie community having mascots is just a blast.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, a serious blast. I'm looking now. Oh, and this is another thing I was thinking about, Doc. When you have posted things on your YouTube channel, when you first did it, did you know how, or was it just like shoot in the dark and wish it's going to happen? Like, what did you think?
It was totally shoot in the dark.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm not a real big techie, but it was shoot in the dark, try and figure it out. It
Because your
took me a while.
videos are so great. Even the one when you were doing the count your ornament thing and the music that you had behind
Yeah.
it, how you labeled it.
That is off of my phone. My phone
Yeah.
is fantastic, though it's very limited right now. And but yeah, it gives you background music. It gives you a little title. Yeah. Uh, so it was and I think you had the same issues too with trying to figure things out when you were doing your because
Yeah.
you're posting your book on there, correct? Your books
Yes.
are
Mhm.
on there. You're reading a chapter every day, and then we do Doc and Queenie, and for me, I do gardening, and so we've got a lot on there.
Yes, and that's been so fun too. And just for everybody thinking about the Bible trivia piece, that is on StreamYard, by the way. And the reason we chose StreamYard for that platform is so you could interact. If you know the answer and can help us out, then that would be lovely.
Yeah, it'll
And
be a
that
different
really,
platform.
it's a different platform, absolutely. And I think it's one of those things that, again, keeping people connected has been such a blast. And I do think that matters on a million levels. And so I think it is the StreamYard platform, YouTube, and then you do all the ones for your podcast, Spotify, Anchor. You said those were actually kind of easy, user friendly.
Those are totally, if you want to start out with doing podcasts, and I just do the audio, I'm not doing the video piece yet. But Anchor has a very good, easy platform. And they kind of walk you through it with all of their videos. And then they, it's like the wheel for the spoke. They send it out to different platforms like Spotify and Google Podcasts and the iPhone version. And there's a couple others I can never remember because they're, different names and they're not very popular like Spotify.
Oh, mm-hmm.
So yeah, but super easy, super easy. I push a button. It allows you to cut and paste. Basically, you can do several different versions and put it all together. And then you get to pick your background music, title it, and off you go. I mean, I can do a podcast within 5 minutes. It's
Oh
it's
my
pretty cool.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh. Well, I salute you for that. And I'm not kidding, because all of these different things that I have learned in the 2020 season and certainly even now has been definitely a learning curve. But when you look back on that and you go, oh yeah, I can do that. Now it's a matter of being able to help other people do it. And that's the part that I have loved so much, is to spread what we have learned to other people. And I always say I set the bar nice and low so anybody can do it. And but it really is true. How to work LinkedIn, how to do a posting,
yep.
how to make your banner on LinkedIn effective, keeping your featured LinkedIn post to the top of the page, claiming your own URL in that capacity. And then the thing I love the best is to make sure that what your picture, then your name, and then your description shows up every time you do a post on someone else's post. And that
Right.
piece for me has been essential, because people do something like, I'm so excited to this or something, and that's what they've typed under their name as their description or their identifier. And when it's put on someone else's post, it's almost scattered. And so now you do a very definitive identifier. And I know on yours, you've got RevDoc7 underneath your name as your descriptor. And literally, RevDoc7 is you, an ordained minister, a naturopathic practitioner, and 7 is your number. And that, I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect.
Thank you. And you are the water queen. So, you're all of your posts, of course, I'm looking for the one. There we go. Miracles with Water.
Yeah.
And Kathy Weaver KC ties it all together. There we go. My computer is slow with the background. Usually I can shuffle through it. And today I'm like, what happens for those people that are not used to Zoom, there's a white screen I've been getting, Queenie. I don't know if you've had this happen, pop up, and I can't see anything. I can't see you.
Yes.
So I'm just like, okay, hopefully you can see me. But Yeah, RevDoc7 is my branding. That's my website, revdoc7.com. And then your website, Queenie, is?
Mine is miracleswithwater.org. And certainly I do Kathy Weaver KC, but I was on actually another call on Saturday morning, and one of the ladies said, how did you come up with miracleswithwater.org? And I said, I didn't do it. This is 1,000,000% Jesus, and how the whole water thing happened and the whole business name, and then how to get the logo created. And it's phenomenal to me. When they saw it, they were like, oh my gosh. And they even noticed the ripple effect and the cross in the middle of the water drop. I'm just telling you, it's phenomenal how viral things go if you just kind of open up just a scooch and just stretch and spread your wings a bit. And I'm telling you, Doc, for you to be international, and obviously we're thrilled to have you as part of our water family. We are in 23 countries with Kangen water. And we just, any place we go, we just would never know well, now we kind of know a stranger because you can't see him, but the never know a stranger part is so awesome, because you can go anywhere, hold up your water bottle with Kangen or Enagic on it, and it's automatic family. It's so cool.
And I was actually telling somebody the other day about the water piece, because like you say, I mean, that is foundational to what I teach, and that's foundational to health. And just telling her, the company has been around almost 50 years.
Yes.
So that says something right there.
Way older than I am.
Yes, way older than both of us, I think. I don't remember how old I am.
See, yeah, you're gonna have to have Debbie do the math for you.
I think she told me I was 17 or 18, but
See, there you go. I think
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm confused, obviously.
She's the best.
No, it's just cool how all of that, just international, the connections with the companies and people and social platforms. We love it. We know that. And like we always joke around, if we're the only ones that are being entertained, then I guess so be it. But hopefully we can touch somebody else's life.
Oh my gosh,
that's break on Mondays at high noon for 35 or 40 minutes. It's been fun.
Yes, it has. We hope that everyone, and first of all, thank you for the sharing parties and the watch parties and everything that you do. And we want to have a stretch the Doc and Queenie community from a standpoint of, I think you checked, Doc, and we're at 184 today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are.
And to be able to get the word out as far as growing community and making connections, that's so important. So thank you for spreading the word, and we would love to get those numbers up once again for the sake of everyone on here. And if you'd like to be a guest live, we'd
love to have you.
Yes, absolutely, we'd love it. And don't forget, tomorrow at 11, it's a secret and a surprise, but we usually don't give out the time. And then January 19th is bingo. And every Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, just for about an hour, we're going to do Bible trivia. And like I say, if we can do it, anybody can do it. So I think that's pretty awesome. So take us home, Doc.
All right. Well, everybody have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember, you can choose to be joyful or not. We're choosing joy and just happiness. And may you be blessed today. And thank you again for participating with Doc and Queenie. And we'll see you next week.
We love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.